On this week's episode, we talk about Zootopia 2.
And other pop culture news.
So, a little fun fact about the title of the movie.
Which one?
Zootopia.
Yeah.
In Europe, they had to call it Zootropolis because there's an actual animal park, like an actual zoo that's called Zootopia.
Only on that country.
Yeah, but I think they did that title in all of Europe.
Huh. Okay.
So
I know Zootopia. Zootopia. Yeah. You have IMDb open?
I do.
Check how it's called in Brazil.
Mm-hmm.
No, you go to under. Yeah, keep going down. There's a place. It says also known as.
Mm-hmm. User reviews. Am I past it yet? Did you know?
Is getting close.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Slow down. Nothing yet.
Also known as.
Okay.
Yeah, most places it's just Zootopia.
Brazil.
Zootopia.
Okay. Yeah. Of course, the pronunciation wouldn't be Zootopia. Would be Zootopia.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, whatever you call it, we saw it this week because it's finally available to stream on Disney+.
Okay. Yeah, we're catching up with some streaming movies, some fairly new recent movies. This one was huge in the theaters. We didn't have a chance to see it, but we saw it, and it had animals. It had jokes.
Mm-hmm.
It was animated in many senses of the word. It was fun.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I had a feeling that there was some tropes, and some moments.
Mm-hmm.
But I had a feeling I liked the first one, but I had some little issues with it, which I cannot even remember.
Mm-hmm.
So it was not that bad. It was so bad that my mind erased. But anyways, I think I enjoyed this one better. Maybe because we watch with the kids, and this is for kids. And it's not bad in the sense that's like, oh no, here comes this evil corporation trying to teach some of their crappy ideology to. I didn't feel there was that. Or if it was, there was not a lot, because they sneak on you. So I had a good time. I think I thought it was fun. There was some things like in the trope realm of making a movie, telling a story. It was like, at the end of the first movie, they're like cops. They're working together to save the city from, low-life criminals and big-time criminals. And in this one, almost right away, they're not cops anymore because they lose their privileges and sort of their powers, which is a trope in many other movies. You have to go. You have the help of the system. Right, because you're part of the system, but then comes the plot, comes the writers that's like, ha, you're not part of the system, you're gonna have to deal with it. So there was that, and also there was the whole journey of our two heroes in the first movie that was like they were sort of antagonists, and then they got closer, and then they got friendship, and then they genuinely love each other, risking their lives for each other. And then they save the day, and they're together, and that's how the movie ends, and that's how this movie starts. But almost right away, they bring the antagonism back, which was like, we've been through that.
But not really, because now it's a very different. It's not really antagonism. It's that they care about each other very much, but they also have. Now we're dealing with other things. I thought it was a really good next step. We're not rehashing old issues. Now these are new challenges that we're getting to, which is very much how life works. So in the first one, they're dealing with prejudices, especially Judy. They're dealing with prejudices, preconceived notions. She's losing a lot of her naivete. He's getting kind of whipped up into shape, and they realize they learn a lot from each other. They work really well together. Now in this one, Judy's I'm gonna save the world no matter what. Kind of she realizes maybe she's taking it too far because dang it, I forgot the fox's name. Jason Bateman. He has such a distinct voice and such a distinct vocal affect.
Nick.
Is it?
It's Nick. Nick. You don't
Yeah,
have open.
that sounds right.
Nick.
Anyway, all I hear when he
Fox,
speaks is like, oh yeah, that's Jason Bateman, all right. Nick Fury, no. Nick Wilde.
Wild.
That's
Yes.
what it is, yeah.
Wild.
Okay, so Nick, anyway. So now they're realizing that maybe they have some different priorities and they have to like help each other and anyway, resolve some conflict there, but it's not rehashing the old issues. It's like new challenges as they move forward together. Definitely some tropes, but I feel like if I was 9 and 6, like our kids, I don't know that I would see the tropes. Like it's still new for them,
true,
right? Like,
true.
and it's still, and I think it was some really good storytelling. Like there's bad guys in the world, there's good guys in the world, but it's hard to tell who's who sometimes. And that's been a consistent theme throughout Zootopia. They kind of continued the same idea of like, you think you know who the good guys and the bad guys are, but it's a little more complicated than that. And you need to like look at who people actually are and not just who you think they are. Anyway, I thought it was nice. It was a good expansion. It was very funny. It's absolutely jam-packed with Easter eggs. A lot that I didn't even realize until I was looking through the... My kids were... There's a koala who shows up at some point, and my kids were like, oh my gosh, it's Uncle Rad from Bluey. So I was going through the IMDb to see who it was. It's not Uncle Rad from Bluey. It's Robert Irwin, Steve Irwin's son.
The koala guy, right? The Australian animal guys. Yeah.
Yes. Full thumbs up. Anyway, but like almost every voice you hear is someone important. Like at one point, an animal screams. That's Dwayne Johnson. So like everything.
Yeah, there's a host or weather guy. His name is Bob Tiger. He's voiced by Bob Iger from the Disney CEO.
Yeah. Oh gosh, there's dozens of them. Like almost every name you see in there. Alani Carvalho, Moana is there. Annika Nani Rose is a voice.
Who's
Tiana.
Who is No, the one before Moana. Who is she on this movie?
Oh, I don't remember. Like it's just like a tiny, like blink and you'll miss it.
Okay.
But like every voice you hear is someone significant, and there's all these like little jokes watched in. So if you're a Disney fan,
Alan
and like
Tudyk
grew up on
is
these
there
movies.
too. Alan Tudyk has several voices too.
Oh yeah, there's actually a lot of places. This is a great one to stream because there's a lot of like jokes in the background or in the text. Like Nick at one point turns on Hulu. So you stop it there and look at all the like very punny titles. So it's just
Die Hard.
Yeah.
Die Herder.
So stuff like that. So it's a great one to stream, but I think they did a great job of like having all these like little Easter eggs and little jokes, but the movie doesn't depend on that. There's actually a good story, and so they could throw in all these little fan service things.
Which one was the Mandalorian one?
Pandalorian, I think.
Pandalorian, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, quite fun. Very interesting. It sort of usually a cliffhanger and has a post-credit scene, so they're definitely gonna make more. Even though they before they plan to make more. The movie those goats that show up is Jean Reno. Yes,
it's like super elite French actor. Yeah.
Who are the zebras? The zebros.
Oh, the zebros.
Zebros.
That's a good question. CM Punk and Joe Anoa'i. A couple of wrestlers.
WWE, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. No, it was fun and entertaining. It does go back to some themes of prejudice. This time with snakes, which I didn't rewatch, but I would have to go and rewatch and see if there's really not a lot of snakes.
I don't think so. Our girls said no. They watched it recently, and our youngest in particular.
Reptiles, right? Not only the snakes.
Yeah, our youngest in particular is like very attuned to details.
She sees it. She captures it. Yeah, it's stored there. It's like, hey. Yeah. It's a good for her.
Oh, Michael J. Fox is a voice at one point.
Yeah, what's he voice?
Michael J. the Fox. So I'm telling you, like tiny little things, like you wouldn't know. Josh Gad, is in there. Who else? Mae Martin, Dwayne Johnson. Like anyway.
Yeah, it's overall fun. If you're a kid, you're not gonna care about who voices what. You might recognize them, but if you like the first one, you and the family, you should see this one. Is good.
Yeah,
it's
huge.
Well, we talked about the numbers in the past.
This is like one of the best most successful animations ever, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Mario's coming next month. But Zootopia 2 is available on Disney Plus. If you're a subscriber, if not, you can rent by any rent by digital video platform. Again, and I don't know if Disney was like abandoning home video, so I don't know if you still can find, or maybe it's even soon for that. But either way, it's available on digital for you to see as a subscriber or as a buyer, renter. So you should, if you like the first one, if you want to see what happens to that bunch of crazy animals, you should check.
Disney used to have there's this whole thing they did about releasing home video that it was so clever and it was so obnoxious, but it made them so much money.
Yeah.
Where they had the Disney Vault. And so every now and then they would like open the Disney Vault and release a Disney classic in some new special way with like either like a different box
Platinum editions,
exactly,
and gold editions,
exactly, or like
diamond
special
editions.
like special like foil covers on the plastic case, like,
Uh-huh.
and they made a very distinct sound when you open them, like it was a whole thing.
Yeah.
And like my mom was she was always like on the ball, like, all right, Peter Pan's coming out of the vault, we're getting Peter Pan this time. And then DVD came, so then like that was a whole new like bringing things out of the vault.
Yeah.
So anyway.
And they kept doing that with Blu-ray, with 4K a lot less, and then they announced like, yeah, we're not gonna, because when you buy, you own it, right? And,
Yeah.
And on digital, if tomorrow Moana turns out to be a super racist, super triggering movie, they're just gonna take it out of the platform, and you will never see it again.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is like, it's, I don't know. It's like, it's the digital format of burning books, you know. They take it out, but anyways.
Yeah.
Zootopia is one there. You would have a fun watching. Check.
Yeah, it's a good time.
Check it out.
Disney
Other things we saw this week was there's a new movie called Nuremberg.
Yeah.
So we rewatched Trials of Nuremberg. I think that's what they're called, right?
No, Judgment of Nuremberg.
Judgment. It's Nuremberg. It's so interesting. In both movies, they talk about tribunal, right?
Yeah.
Does that word have another meaning
That's a good question.
in English? Because in Portuguese, tribunal, tribunal, is a synonym for court.
Right, and I feel like it is.
For
So let me just
even trial. So because it's like, we're gonna have, I guess, multiple judges. Maybe that's the definition. At some point, some characters say, we're gonna have a judge from the Allies, in England, U.S., and the French. I said, so you want a tribunal? And I was like, I mean, it sounds like the same, but anyways. So
it's a little different. Okay, so let's see. So a tribunal is the institution with the authority. And then the trial is the process. So there's that. But also a tribunal might have fewer... It's a little bit less formal. And it might have less red tape. But also that means there's like more opportunities. Like less rights and less protections for... Or fewer rights and protections, rather. For the person being tried.
Okay.
Anyways. And more power for the judge.
Okay. So
a couple... Let's see.
But so we saw what was it called, the movie? Tribunal?
The Judgment at Nuremberg.
Judgment at Nuremberg.
1962 film.
Yes, nominated for a bunch of Oscars with
work of art.
Huge talent. What's the young lawyer's name? Oh gosh. Maximilian
Schell now?
Von Sydow? Maximilian von
No, it's not Von Sydow.
Maximilian Schell.
I think so. Oh, Judgment at Nuremberg. Excuse me, 1961. He's like way down the... Wait, where'd he go? Come on.
He's the fifth.
Oh, Schell. I was right. Maximilian Schell.
Yeah, he was like the fifth on the bill, but he was nominated to an Oscar. And there's like Spencer Tracy is there. There's young William Shatner is there. Full of talent.
Marlene Dietrich.
Yes.
Judy Garland.
Marlene Dietrich that got emotional because she was heavily involved on the whole war effort. She was sort of like a spy. So
she was German. She left on purpose before everything happened, and then she was quite the celebrity, famous actress. Yeah. So she was like super involved doing like USO tours and supporting the Allies, like right up on the front lines in the European theater.
Yeah. So the first movie we saw, the Judgment at Nuremberg. From 1961, great movie with nominated lots of nominations with big stars. A must see.
Oh yeah, this is one like we'd seen it before, but
Yeah.
but even watching it again, like it stays on your mind. It makes you think for days, weeks, even.
Yeah.
It's phenomenal.
The international court, international tribunals of Nuremberg, they were established after World War II to because they capture prisoners of wars. They capture Nazi leadership, Nazi commanders. So they established that to give them a fair trial, even though they didn't give their enemies a fair trial when they killed 6 million Jews. But anyways, so they were established. The original movie that we saw talks about a specific moment during those trials that they are supposed to judge. They're supposed to trial a couple of judges. They were judges, and therefore there's like a whole conflict, interesting aspects of it because they are judges and they were working according to the laws established by that country. And who is a country to come and say that you are against the law if country A didn't make the laws of country B? So you cannot interfere. So there's this whole conflict, and the fact that the Nazis were terrible and they killed many people. But the movie is excellent and is about that. The trials, the courts already happening for years. The newer movie we saw called Nuremberg is about how this all started. It's about the first judgment, the first court trial, international court at Nuremberg. It's like, how can we do that? So we're gonna intervene on this country's law. We're gonna judge them by our laws. So they combine the allies. A judge from France, a judge from the United States, a judge from England, a judge from Russia. And then they're gonna now we're gonna do that, and they're gonna try to give them a fair trial.
Part of why they did this too was like this was in so many ways a very unprecedented war because the Third Reich like came up. I mean, not really out of nowhere, but like what they did, not just to their own people, but to the world, like it was unprecedented. No conflict before had resulted in that much death and destruction. And so it was holding them accountable. Anyway, it was like, and they get into this a bit in the 61 film, but also a little bit more in this one. Like, you guys, this isn't just like an ordinary war where like a disagreement got out of control and now we're going to go back to where we were. Like, you did something so uniquely like evil and horrible that like we as a world have to do something about it. But what do we do about it? And how do we make this fair and right? And it's a whole thing. And both films really get into that.
And they one of the very interesting aspects, the great smart minds behind the whole process was they could just execute them and nobody would know, or people would know. But anyways, they could send them to life in prison. But there were some elements of that would like last longer and cause more problems. World War II happened for many reasons, but one included the fact that World War I happened. So the Germans were humiliating. They were paying a lot of money. And comes Hitler and comes the Nazis and no, we are better. We shouldn't do that. We have to take it back. So it was like a sort of revenge. And that pumped them for what happened in World War II. You know, the heart of the German soul was hurt, and then Hitler used that. So if you don't deal properly with the fallout of World War II, maybe
we're just going to do all this again.
And maybe Germany will succeed because they were really close. The Allies won, but it was hard. A lot of life was lost. And it was really tough. So maybe next time they will beat us. So no, let's finish this properly to show the world how bad they are. And not only that, but it was risky because you give them a platform to speak. And it was like, maybe they're gonna show the world on how they are the victims because everybody went against them and beat them. Maybe they will speak in a way that will made martyrs out of them, and they will create a future conflict, which in some ways actually does. You have neo-Nazis everywhere, but anyways. So
and all this is happening too, and forgive me if I'm getting way too into like the history side of it, but like all these trials are happening too as this very tenuous alliance between the Western Allies and the Soviet Union is starting to fall apart, and the Cold War is beginning. So so like at all these different points, these Nazis are like, yeah, but the Bolsheviks, the Bolsheviks are coming now, and you're gonna feel real bad about what you're doing to us, and you'll come crying back to us when the Bolsheviks come and take over. So it's making it all, and that was like, anyway, the whole thing.
Yeah, no, very, very, very interesting. We see details on how this whole thing started, and it was extremely complicated and delicate. On the first movie that we mentioned, it was complicated for different reasons. In this one, it's like how to start this and be successful.
Yeah,
and they did a terrific job. They picked Nuremberg because it was the place that Hitler was building this gigantic stadium, and where the Nuremberg laws were established, the Nuremberg laws that basically made the Jews less than inferior citizens. They could not go.
The final solution.
Yeah, they could not go to the hospitals. They could not, and they would define what a Jew is. If you have, I can't remember if it was 3 or 4 grandparents. So it was a blood thing. It was not about only about religion. So there was this whole thing. So on this, they find the second in command, Hitler's number 1, surrenders.
Yeah.
On a very interesting scene, he drives his limousine through the crowds.
His Mercedes.
Yeah, and he surrenders.
Hermann Goering, and this is like no ordinary guy. He's mad. I think this is such a great casting choice. Russell Crowe plays him. And Goering he was a huge man, and he wore this like sky blue uniform, bedecked in medals.
It was white.
No, it was blue.
You sure that's not
very
gray
sure
white?
I'll double check, but it's blue.
Yeah, it's gray white. Anyways.
All right, folks, stay tuned. Let's find out.
Yeah.
Go to
this
Kalshi
one is in This one
bets.
is in color. The other one is black and white. So for that one, I give her.
So let's set up one thing for sure. The 1961 film is very philosophical. There's a lot of dialogue. We're wrestling with these like moral and philosophical issues.
Yeah.
This one is much more narrative driven. And this one also deals with like the big bads of World War II, like Goering, and not just World War II, but like a lot of the minds behind the final solution, and behind the Holocaust. What color?
No, put a picture.
I will.
So, anyways, so there's that. Hermann Goering is captured.
Powder blue.
Powder blue.
He had several, pearl gray or powder blue.
But if you see, I don't remember ever seeing him wearing blue on this one. It was very white, and it reminded me of the white uniform the Imperial, some Imperial officers do. Yeah, but if you go check the posters, I'm pretty sure one is him. That's the trailer.
Yeah.
But anyways, so he surrenders, and he's like the uber Nazi. He's what they call Grand Marshal.
Something like that.
Yeah, I'll see.
I'll give you gray, but that's not white. See, look at his shirt. Look at his shirt there.
Yeah.
That's white. But these are very different colors.
Sure, but that's not blue.
It looks blue.
I don't recall ever seeing any shade of blue. Is that blue?
I'll give you gray. This
Gray.
one it looks
Okay.
gray.
Okay.
This one it looks gray,
Okay.
but in most of these it looks
Okay.
like a
Good.
baby
Our
blue.
television still works. And the colors are proper. But anyways, so they capture him and a series of other big high command of the Nazi. And the Americans send psychiatrists to make sure of one thing, because Hitler, Goebbels, and Goebbels, and what's the other one?
I don't remember.
Anyways, Hitler, Himmler, and Goebbels, they killed themselves. So the Allies want one thing: don't let them kill themselves. They're gonna have to pay. It's not their choice. Now it's our choice. They made their choice. They're gonna get the consequences. So just fair. So they brought a psychiatrist. Gosh, I can't speak today. Psychiatrist.
There you go.
to be with them, analyze them, and help them not to do that, to stay alive, because the purpose of the courts is to give them a fair trial, so they pay for their crimes. When if they kill themselves, if that's not happening out in the clear, they might become martyrs, right?
Yeah.
So they bring Rami Malek
Yes.
as a psychiatrist.
Another stellar casting choice here.
Psychiatrist that eventually will write, and he mentions that from the beginning that he will write a book about all of that, and he's gonna work with them, and he works with them. And he got closer to Grand Marshal. Is that what they call?
Yeah.
To the Grand Marshal.
On the other side of this, we have Michael Shannon, who is the American judge who's come to get all this going.
Yeah, and he will be the persecutor. He's a Supreme Court justice, and he's setting all this up with cameras for the entire world to see, to the point that there's some comment, and they show a little movie, right? A little film, cinema footage. That one is actually the real deal. That one was made by the great John Ford. He made that footage about the whole thing, and they used in the movie exactly as it was made. It was like, oh, they're gonna need sunglasses inside the court because it would be so bright. And in some scenes, you see some people wearing sunglasses. So there's that. So Rami Malek's character gets close. He gets and he helps the allies. And his purpose is not to get information; is to keep them alive. But the law minds behind all this were realizing that's like, this guy is good. He's evil, but he's really good.
He's charismatic. He's charming. He's brilliant.
Yeah.
But
he's
like narcissistic, but but brilliant, but also like brilliant in a way that it's very easy to overlook. Or easy to underestimate.
And he says sometimes, nobody ever broke me. Nobody can break me.
Yeah,
I surrendered.
I chose to be here.
Yeah. So there was a concern that he would use the platform to humiliate the allies, and become a martyr for the cause. Even so, then the allies decide to say, hey, we need everything you have on this guy. We're gonna need all the help you can to beat them, and you're gonna have to watch the movie. But it's beautifully done. It's a complicated process. It was the first time, but yeah, evil. I mean, it's history. You know what happened.
Yeah.
But it's still very good to see. It's very well done movie. Everybody involved did a terrific job. And yeah, between magic tricks and reality, the movie tells a story about an evil that happened and could happen again. But let's not forget, and do our best to be better, because it was huge. Even some people, it's still deny it to this day. But it has some beautiful imagery. It's definitely a worthy successor, follower to the original movie. And yeah, anything else?
Yeah, no, I thought it was very well done. It was captivating. It was interesting. This World War II was like captivated our nation's storytellers for so long, and so sometimes it feels like, oh, we're doing this again. Okay. But like this one, it's really good. It didn't feel like anything was getting redone. I mean, he's mentioned the judgments at Nuremberg a few times. These are different moments, like different stories. So like technically it's the same time, the same place, but...
Well, it was how many years? Let's check here real
Judgment
quick.
at Nuremberg takes place in 1948.
Oh, so it was...
It's a couple years later, like kind of at the tail end of the trial.
This was 1943.
This is like... Nope, that was still during the war.
What was it?
This is 45, 46 45. Maybe. I'm trying to find it. Anyway, this is like immediately after the war. And the point is, there's just like so much here to like watch and think about, like because there's the story itself happening then, but then also like the implications for now and what does this mean about humanity, and there's just a lot.
Yeah.
And this one they did a great job with. I don't have the setting here, but it's the beginning of the
Yeah.
Nuremberg trials.
If anything, it was a very very successful endeavor. They worked hard, and it paid out because it World War III didn't happen right away. Like it was a concern of some people in the courts and in the whole organization of this thing. So really good movie. Really educative, entertaining, dramatic. It does have a I feel, and more people feel that it does have an extra ending about how the author came back to America and it had problems with alcohol, and he was dismissed by the by the press and by everybody else. His movie fails, and eventually he kills himself as with depression, the same way those Nazis, as I mentioned, killed themselves with a cyanide capsule.
Yeah, cyanide.
And but still, it's a really good movie. I would just scratch the ending because it was if you pick him as the main character, even though there's so many important characters, if you pick it's like his success, his journey, his great achievement, and then they I mean, it would be nice to end on a positive tone, but they choose to be more realistic and finish.
Yeah,
Which is it's kind of, it's like a lot of people I talk and read. It was kind of a bummer.
It is a bummer for the film, but this is the challenge with like telling true stories. We don't always get the nice narrative. Like we talked about that with Hamilton, the musical. Like the way the musical works, like it's such a bummer because you have the triumph of the American Revolution, and then this like massive fall, and it kind of gets a little better, but not a whole lot better. Like, but that was his life. We can't. If you're gonna tell that story, you have to tell that story.
Yeah.
But so you're right. Like you could end it there, but if you want to tell that whole story, like.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It was not necessary to tell the whole story because it wasn't his story. He wrote the book, sure, but it was about this great achievement of the human mind that together they ended the war.
Yeah.
That and it stopped a new war from coming. But anyways, overall, very good movie. You should check. I can't remember where we saw that. What was it? HBO? No, Netflix. It's on Netflix.
That sounds right. Yep.
And Russell Crowe, Rami Malek, Michael Shannon. It's like
Richard E. Grant.
Richard E. Grant. Yeah. There's some young new talent there. I can't remember the names, but there's that old guy from what's his bucket? Madman. The white hair. There's the general. Like, welcome to Nuremberg.
Yes,
Your beds will be made of straws and
His name is John Slattery.
Yeah, John Slattery, and really good. If you
are Colin Hanks.
The young clone. And they actually wanted to call him Clone Hanks, but then it's like, no, let's call it Colin. is a little bit, but very very good. It's available on Netflix if you're into history. If you wanna learn a little bit about this whole conflict that I don't know. It makes me think. You're talking about I've done that again. I wonder if like in 100 years from now, and I mean now, not from the war, will people? Because you're gonna have other conflicts too, right? Minor, of course, as big as that one. Hopefully, never. But I wonder if people will, because now we still have people that live through it, right?
Yeah, not many, but yeah.
But I wonder if when this generation is gone, if people will forget, because when it's convenient, people reminisce from hundreds of years, but when it's not, they forget about 10 years ago.
Yeah, something else that's occurred to me. Both films include a sequence where they show some like pretty horrifying footage that the Allies took as they were liberating these concentration camps, and it's horrific. It is graphic, and it was shown at the trials to great effect. But watching this and watching these guys, it makes me think how we throw around the term Nazi and how we compare people to, and we use the term concentration camps constantly. and increasingly in modern American political rhetoric. I wonder if one way that we're forgetting is that we're using these terms and we're making these comparisons that are not appropriate at all. Like, I think we forget the true scale. Like we remember that it happened, and this story of the Holocaust and World War II has been told so effectively in film from that time on. Anyway, but I feel like we've forgotten like the true scale and gravity and horror of what actually happened, because we're using those words and we're comparing people that are just like small potatoes. Like, yeah, this guy's a bit of a jerk, but he didn't say like, yeah, no, let's incinerate an entire race, you know?
Yeah.
So I feel like that's maybe another side of forgetting.
Yeah.
What happened then.
Yeah, but and again, I 100% agree. But it's like it's such a stupid tool of political rhetoric that the communists were as bad, if not worse. But nobody's go around call anyone you're a communist when you do something bad, right? So they choose one side that's convenient for their narrative.
Well, I think we won that partly on our storytellers.
We've
told the story We've told the European theater, the Western Front, really, really, really well. We haven't had a lot of storytellers getting into, at least in America, telling the Stalin stories or the like Imperial Japan. Holy crap, there's some stories to tell.
Oh, there's a good one. There's an Unbreakable one.
There's a few. We watched Unbreakable. That one was very good. Ip Man, the first one, kind of gets into it, but nowhere near Spielberg. It's Spielberg who's doing it. Spielberg hasn't fully done the. I feel like if Spielberg went in and did the Stalin story or someone on that level, we would maybe talk about that more too.
And again, it's because also Hollywood's fault. At some point, it became okay. It became cool to be a communist. When to be a Nazi, it's never okay. When they two evils. Anyways, great movie. You should see it. Just talking a little bit. Just talking a little bit on how recent the whole story of Nuremberg was. It was so recent. It was like the war was like barely over, and they was like still calling work camps. They were just figuring out there's like they were killing these people, you know.
It took a long time to figure out the true extent. It took a long time
and
to
some
find
we might
them
never
all.
and some we might never find because they say 6 million, but the way they burned them to ashes, it could be a lot more.
It could be, yeah.
But Nuremberg is available on Netflix. The Judgment at Nuremberg is available on Pluto with ads. If you don't want to watch the ads, because the movie is 2 hours and 45 minutes.
Yeah.
You could rent or buy on digital platforms. So that's what we saw. What else you saw? We saw a show too.
Being Gordon Ramsay.
Oh, we saw another Netflix show, Being Gordon Ramsay, about this humble, not very known British chef. I thought you would like say something. Head of this
I don't know. You're
cooking
wrong.
with this kitchen restaurant empire, but also media empire.
Yeah, so this is about his. It starts off like, okay, being Gordon Ramsay. We've got like we're interviews with his wife. Most of his kids, a couple of his kids have jobs. One of his kids is a Marine, and a son is a Marine, and a daughter is a cop, and so they're not super involved because that's not a great idea.
Safety reasons.
But anyway, so like his kids and his personal life, and then you realize like this is about them opening a new restaurant or a set of restaurants at the very top of the tallest building in London, 22 Bishopsgate. And so the whole thing is actually this like brilliant advertising marketing thing, but also some really cool storytelling, getting into his who he is, his personal life, his business life, what his work actually looks like, why he does what he does, his standards, the people who work for him, how he manages this whole like restaurant and media empire. And I found it was very entertaining and well done. His family's lovely.
And because he's a great storyteller, he does TV for decades now, and he does it really well. He does like show struggles that are they really struggles, or they were like softly produced, because it is a huge venture that he's coming up with this new restaurant, and there's not one, it's like
Five, I
five.
think.
There's
Yeah.
like there's one Asian
There's
fusion.
Lucky Cat.
Yeah, that's a few. That's the Asian.
Uh-huh.
There's the
Was it Bread Kitchen?
the
Luxury
bread.
Kitchen?
Yeah,
Something-
there's one
something
high
kitchen?
end table for 12 only.
Yeah, like 12 plates a night.
Yeah,
Amazing.
there's one Academy.
Oh yeah.
Right, and there's two of them more.
I don't remember.
And it's like all at once, but then it shows him traveling the world and being adored by everything he does, and opening restaurants and the standards, and working hard and preparing, planning, executing, and when you get to that point, I was like, this guy is not investing on a spaceship. He's investing on something that he knows from beginning to end how to make. So there's some like, oh my gosh, how this is gonna happen? And you know what? Oh my gosh, this is gonna happen. Rain. It's something that he cannot control.
I know, it's so funny. They're like,
Yeah.
what? It's raining in London?
In London. Yeah.
Oh man.
And again, it's something he cannot control, even though he knows it will rain probably 300 days out of the year. But so everything else, he knows exactly what he's doing. But they find ways to create drama. It's entertaining. It's fun.
This is where he's very, very
Yeah.
good at this. Every time we watch, he's got so many shows, and we watch pretty much all of them.
Yeah.
And all the time, it's like, man, this guy knows
Yeah.
how to like amp up something, how to like drag it out. Like he knows reality TV and how to make that good. And even though like I know what he's doing, I can see that this is purely for drama. I'm in. I'm watching it.
Yeah.
It's entertaining.
It was fun.
And it's fun. His food looks amazing. And anyway, I thought it was lovely. It was interesting.
This one is on Netflix,
Mm-hmm.
which makes him another one of those. Was a Triple Crown. They call the horse. He is he's sort of he does Fox, and with Fox Hulu, and now he does Netflix, right? Maybe soon we will see him on Paramount Plus and HBO. I think he does have one on HBO.
He might.
When he travels around the world.
Oh, I think you're right.
Yeah. So, but this one is entertaining. It's Netflix, so it's not broadcast TV, so there's a lot more cursing. But everything. This story is so interesting that
Gordon Ramsay,
he's not cursing all the time. Inside, he's cursing because allegedly he is having the hardest time doing this. But I feel like he wouldn't do this if he didn't know exactly how it would end and how to plan. And then cuts to him on the Formula One banquet that is like thousands of dollars in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Anyways, Gordon Ramsay is available on Netflix. It's fun if you like the chef, if you want to see a little different things of his life besides screaming to idiot sandwiches. You should check this one.
Yeah, it was a fun one. All right, let's look at the box office real quick. Project Hail Mary has done very well. I've seen zero bad things about it. Everyone seems to love it. Their record is an Amazon record of $77 million box office opening, and this and Oppenheimer is the only non-sequel, non-franchise movie in the last decade to have a higher opening than them.
Wow.
So, yeah, way to
for
go.
them. Yeah. There's this meme. There's a couple of things saying that the music composer says, like, I wanted to make people cry with my music. And I just did it. and there's another one that is about, oh gosh, I was just thinking about it, on how, Ryan Gosling, on how talented people, on how Ryan Gosling made you feel feelings for both Stone and Rock. Emma Stone and the Rock character, but we're going to talk about that and talk about the movie.
Yeah. It seems like this is a passion project that's really paid off. I look forward
Based
to it.
on the book, so if you want to read the book first. But it's like the same guy that wrote The Martian, right?
Yes.
So it seems like a good start.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. All right, that's our box office look this week.
Okay, let's go quick through the news.
Okay, rapid fire. Oscars will be leaving the Dolby Theater in 2019 and 2029, and heading back to downtown Los Angeles.
Downtown LA is gonna culminate with the 101st Oscar Academy Award ceremony. It's gonna be held at the Peacock Theater, which holds double of what the Kodak Theater does.
Wow.
Which is like, really, you're gonna get more people? It doesn't seem like, maybe they're gonna charge tickets and commons will be able to see the stars down.
That's a fun idea.
Yeah. Anyways.
Maybe a good way to keep that going. Okay, Taylor Sheridan had his biggest series launch ever with The Madison, raking in 8 million views in 10 days.
Yeah, The Madison is available on Paramount Plus with Michelle Pfeiffer and Kurt Russell.
Oh, yeah.
We need to check that one because the guy does good stuff.
He sure does. Someone described him as writing soap operas for men. I'm like, I can see it. It's still good and I enjoy it.
Yeah, it's a little bit better because I'm not gonna get into that,
Yeah.
but it's more than that. But I see
They're not wrong.
I see
Still
some
good.
I see some of the semblances. Is that a word in English?
Similarities?
No, the semblances is
Okay.
now. Okay. But it's more. It's people who says that
He writes really good
It's
soap
starting to
operas for men.
denigrate. It's starting to denigrate.
No, the
great
person was like,
talent.
these are soap operas for men, but gosh darn it.
Okay, but it's like, anyways.
Yeah. Okay, Starz is now we're getting to the bummer news for a minute. Starz is laying off 7% of their staff. CBS News is laying off 6% of their staff and cutting the radio division,
Yeah.
which makes sense. The Ringers had to lay off some people.
I
as
guess
Spotify
I guess video finally killed the radio
Uh-huh.
star.
Yeah, because CBS News is definitely a radio star. The Ringer is also getting some layoffs, and Spotify had to cut some of their podcast people. So that happened. Okay, Kevin Spacey. Now we have like a brief creeper moment.
Okay, so the producers of the show, I think, is MRC.
Yes.
MRC.
Who produced House of Cards.
Yes, they were fighting. They were in a legal battle with the insurance company. So when Kevin Spacey left the show, MRC said, "Hey, you have to pay." And the MRC allegations was that the poor Kevin Spacey had like this terrible disease. He was a sick man. He had a sexual problem, and there was a disease he had. Right?
Look, I'm with you on the struggle until you start hurting people. And
Sure.
that
but,
no.
but that was the strategy. So and then Kevin Spacey goes to court and said, "No, I'm fine. They trying to set me out. They're trying to kill my career." It's like, no. So the insurance company won and will not have to pay. Therefore, MRC is gonna eating a loss of $100 million.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah.
Bill Cosby's facing a $19 million judgment after a jury said he drugged and assaulted a waitress in 1972.
Mm-hmm.
And Shaquille O'Neal texted a lot of inside thoughts to Sabrina Carpenter.
Yeah. It was very, very, and she was like on the text, and she was like, I know you are, you're very famous, you shouldn't say that.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, but I'm getting horny like anybody else. And he's like hitting on her. And it's like, it's so bad. He says something like, oh, you know what? You should.
You don't need to say it.
You should
We're
fart.
good.
It's not sexual. It's just nasty. It's like,
No,
you should fart.
Ah,
You should fart in a
no.
jar, and I would sell the jars. And it was
No,
like, yeah,
that-
it's
See,
bad.
inside thoughts. Those are inside thoughts.
But he did. It's out in public. So yeah, there you have it. Shaq.
thanks for sharing
Shaq
that.
wants to Shaq. Anyway, yeah.
All right. Well, let's move on to AI, which is a little better, I guess. The Motion Picture Association has endorsed Trump's national AI plan, and they're asking for copyright protections.
Wow, Hollywood taking Trump's side, huh? Well, I guess they
Right?
must be desperate. Who's desperate is
SAG-AFTRA.
Is the SAG-AFTRA union.
Uh-huh.
Not the actors, not the talent, but the staff of the union is about to strike because, well, they want some raise too. And when the talent got raises, they didn't. So now they finally get theirs.
Okay. Well, this is what they said about the framework, Trump's policy framework. Our members' performances, voices, and likenesses are not raw material to be used without consent.
Yeah. Also about AI and material, Sora
Yep.
split up from Disney. They had this $1 billion deal.
Yeah.
But like everybody was making like AI slop, like Wolverine fighting
Who could have seen that
Superman.
coming?
It was open and democratic use of AI, but they said no, this belongs to us. It's like so they're okay when it's democratic for them, not for everybody else.
Yeah, so they're shutting that down, which is actually bringing down like Sora like in general. OpenAI is shutting it down, and
Yeah.
it's not. So that's the end of that. Thank goodness. Going back to the unions, the Writers Guild delivered a strike-ending contract proposal. So wait, is WGA, are they striking again?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, but I think what does it say?
The union delivered their proposal to WGA,
Yeah.
but we don't know if they've accepted it
And
or
I
anything.
think it's the union to WGA, but WGA is it's a union too.
Right.
Yeah, I think it's not like actually writers, it's people that work.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, for the guild.
Oh, you're right. It's a staff union.
Yeah.
All right. Epic Games is looking at laying off over 1,000 people.
Yeah, Fortnite is losing numbers,
Mm-hmm.
so therefore losing money, and they trying to find a way to stay alive by laying off people.
Mm-hmm. But they're still working on their Disney universe inside of Fortnite.
Yes.
So we'll see what happens there. Warner Brothers Discovery set up a Paramount merger shareholder vote.
Yeah.
That'll be April 23rd.
They still need to vote.
The freaking drama, guys. Rich people. I could vote. A jury, this is a huge, landmark moment. A woman sued Meta and YouTube, saying that her life was ruined because she was addicted to AI. This was in Los Angeles, and the jury ruled in her favor.
AI?
Nope, addicted to social media.
Social media. Okay.
Thank you.
Yes.
Addicted to social media, and a jury ruled in her favor, and they're gonna have to pay Meta's gonna have to pay $6 million.
And that creates a legal precedent for
It does.
anyone do the same.
A
So
lot of people. This is very reminiscent of what happened with tobacco in the 90s.
yeah.
These big payouts.
Yeah.
And this is right after a New Mexico jury forced Meta to pay $375 million in a child safety case.
Mm-hmm.
So could see some changes coming there.
Yeah.
All right, projects, cancellations. Hacks has their trailer out for their final season. And there's a date, which I don't have, but that's happening. So
Yeah, coming soon. Hacks, the last season of this comedy show on HBO about this former star. Not this former star. This comedian that was almost a TV host of the late night, and then she was passed on because she was a woman.
Yeah.
And then she got a chance, and then she's with this young woke writer, and there's a conflict of. Anyways, it's a funny show. You should check.
Yeah.
And the final season is finally coming. Let's see how they're gonna end up.
I think it should have ended a couple seasons ago. I don't remember.
Maybe like a plane crash.
Oh.
Everybody. We'll see.
Apple TV's For All Mankind has been renewed for a 6th and final season.
Fifth season just started.
Yep. Impractical Jokers has got their season 13 renewal.
They are on the top of that game. The numbers keep going up.
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
CIA got renewed for a 2nd season at CBS.
Oh, CIA, the CBS bought CIA?
There you go.
Wow.
Yeah.
Who's going to buy FBI? CBS has a show called FBI as well.
They do.
Actually, CIA is a spin-off of FBI. Anyways.
Whew, so many
acronyms. This is CIA with Lucifer. What's his bucket? Tom
Ellis? No.
Ellis. Tom Ellis, yes.
Okay. Wonder Man got renewed for a 2nd season at Disney Plus.
And it's also on Hulu.
People seem to like it. Quentin Tarantino is going to team up with Sylvester Stallone for a new series.
Let's see.
Presumably will be spectacularly violent.
Yeah. Well. Yeah.
Those are 2 violent guys.
Maybe he's gonna go soft now.
No. Maybe, but no. Kirsten Dunst is joining Sydney Sweeney for The Housemaid's Secret.
The Secret for the Housemaid movie.
Jumanji 3 is getting a Christmas release right after the Doomsday Showdown.
Okay, they're gonna...
Because Doom 3 and Doomsday are coming out on the same day. So,
on the same day?
Same day.
Jeez.
Choices were made. Universal is going to release a Murder, She Wrote with Jamie Lee Curtis.
This will be a movie, not a series. Yeah,
And that's
based on the old series with Angela Lansbury. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah, it seems like a great casting choice. But that's coming December of 2027. And 2 new Marvel movies are coming in 2028.
Yeah. What's the names?
We don't know. They're mysteries.
Is that Blade? Because Blade has been production hell for like...
I don't know, man. I gave up on that one a long time ago.
They did cancel... Did I put that DC canceled a couple of things? Yeah, keep going.
Okay. You think of that? Okay, well, we've got a new trailer. We got a couple new trailers.
Sorry, DC canceled. There was a project for an Amazonian TV show. It was called Paradise Lost.
That's
about the Themyscira Island with the Amazons, and they canceled that. DC is a mess.
I'm okay with DC canceling stuff for right now. Make less until
gun out
Gun
and
is
let's bring
gone.
back. Anyways,
Okay, speaking of bad ideas, Disney's live action Moana trailer has released, and precisely
so
nobody
good.
likes it.
I
Zero
love it.
people have like, do you?
No, I'm kidding.
Liar.
I'm kidding.
It is so bad. It's exactly what we expected. It's exactly what we expected to be. Like what all the other reboots have been, with the exception of Cinderella and maybe Aladdin, but not really.
And this one is exceptionally unnecessary because the movie was out. Our kids, young
Within our
kids,
children's lifetime.
and it's like we waited decades to see live action, and that's some of the problems too. There's a lot of animation, it's CGI animation on this live action. Same with like the problem they had with Lion King. It's like if there's so much animation, why don't you do animation?
Right, like yeah.
Oh,
this
they
is what he
did.
said. When we were watching the trailer, he's like, "There's a reason this was animated." There was like this looks bad. Dwayne's wig looks cheap and weird.
Yeah.
Dare we say Scorpion King bad visuals?
Yeah,
Like
he
it's
looks
not
like,
good.
Hi, Mark.
Yes, that is one thing I've seen a lot. Yeah, this is the Room remake. So there's that. Like like even I can spot like, oh, this was shot in a studio. I mean, they didn't even try to do good lighting. Like the lighting looks fake and flat and bad. It's not good.
Yeah,
it's not good. And Alana Carvalho, like she sang this so beautifully, and it was animated beautifully. Like we don't need to redo this film. It was done so well, so recently. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. We're good.
Yeah,
we're done.
but money talks.
Yeah.
And if anything, I don't know. We'll see. But it feels like I had some problems with the original one, on how she antagonizes Maui. I think
16-year-old girl, and they work it out.
I think they're gonna soften them up, because now you have The Rock there. But we'll see.
Yeah, as opposed to a literal demigod.
Yeah.
First time. So.
Yeah, but I mean, it was just a voice. Now it's the eyebrow thing. Yeah.
Not even The Rock's eyebrow can save this garbage can of a remake.
We also saw the trailer for Harry Potter 17, the Goblet of Philosopher's Stone.
So this is the HBO series, dropped their trailer.
Yes, it looks good, but it looks just like the movie?
It does, and so yeah, this is what we were talking about. The first Harry Potter movie was a really good adaptation. I feel like they started falling apart in the third one.
Wait, so you said it was a really good adaptation. Concerning the book, was the book shorter?
Yes, the books do get much longer as the series goes.
Okay.
So the first 3 are about this long. And then I remember going to the bookstore to pick up.
If you're listening on the podcast, this long means.
Oh right.
Yeah.
It's about 1.5 inches.
Okay.
I'll give you 3, maybe like 3 centimeters. Okay. And then I remember going to the bookstore because we pre-ordered the 4th one, and this guy reaches under the table and he picks it up, thump, on the desk, because the 4th one is like over 1,000 pages, like 3
She got
inches.
Excited.
Oh, it was very exciting. We were like, and he goes, I know. And we're like, oh my gosh.
Wow.
It was very exciting.
And that kept going. Every other book was longer.
And all the other, I think 5. One of them was a little bit shorter, but 4 through 7 are significantly longer, like double the length of the first 3.
So
books.
The whole beef that the fans had that she split the last book into movies was fine then.
I mean, if they'd done that with all the others,
yeah,
it was a cash grab.
Okay.
It was obviously a cash grab. It was dumb.
But this one...
But also, like, but even the third one, it wasn't much longer. They started making some weird adaptation decisions that was like, what? Why? Anyway. So yeah, this one, like I think the kids look great. So much of this looks great. It looks like we're going to get, like, a lot of the first part, like the pre-Hogwarts bit that we didn't get in the movie, which is lovely, but also, why?
Yeah. Money. They want to make more money.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, this one is on HBO Max, whatever they call themselves this week, and it's supposed to come in December.
Yep. Okay, so there's that. In other why are we doing this film news, Stephen Colbert has been tapped to write a new Lord of the Rings movie.
Yeah. And
it sounds so bad.
And Tolkien is spinning on his grave.
Yeah.
He thought he was stopping, like, shaking on his grave after Rings of Power, and then Colbert, hold my can of butterbeer. No, that's Harry Potter.
No, that's Harry Potter.
Limbo's bread.
Yeah, it's. I want to be. Colbert, I think, could be a great consultant. He's long established. He knows and loves this lore. But this movie sounds so bad. I don't care. Like, I don't think that the original team of Fran Walsh and Philippa Boyens and Peter Jackson, I don't think they could make this good. It sounds bad and unnecessary, and I don't see how this could possibly add in a positive way to the Peter Jackson trilogy, which is a freaking masterpiece.
Yeah, but yeah, they will do the first 3 chapters of the Fellowship of the Ring. We'll see how that goes.
But it seems like it's told as like a
Is
a flashback. So like Mary, Pippin, and Sam, and Eleanor are like looking back and reminiscing and uncovering dark secrets.
Yeah, it's a tough spot because they want to make so much more, and there is so much more.
Yeah.
But the deal with the Tolkien State is only for the Lord of the Rings trilogy. You can use that to make movies. New Line has the deal for movies, and Amazon has the deal for TV. But they cannot do. They can use the appendixes, but they cannot do the Silmarillion, where it's like thousands of years before and a little bit hundreds of years after. But so they're finding like creative ways to
No, it's not creative. It's dumb. It's dumb and it's bad. And just if you can't make something, there's this great. So Bambi is this great like classic Disney movie, and there's a little character in there, and the name's Thumper, and he's got some behavior problems. And his mom says, "Thumper, what did your father tell you?" He says, "If you can't say something nice, don't say nothing at all." And I feel like our filmmakers need to hear that. If you can't make something decent, just don't make anything. It's fine. You just stop it.
Yeah, it's and it's like such a terrible stunt, right? It's like, oh, we're bringing the great Stephen Colbert. Is it, huh?
It does feel like
it's
a
like
stunt.
what the heck? Because like,
see, that
who are you trying to attract with that?
That would be something very fun to find in IMDb. That like Colbert was already like, what? Wow, fun! What a fun thing to find on like the DVD extras.
Yeah, it was like
what a fun little tidbit.
Yeah, but it's like nobody cares about him that much. If it was like when they were shooting episode 3. They were producing episode 3 Star Wars. There was like this rumors and this commotion that Steven Spielberg would come to direct episode 3. And everybody's like, the world was like, wow, right? It was like Colbert, he's like, no, come on, give him a stupid Marvel movie. They suck. A lot of them suck anyways. But anyways, let's move on. We have to finish this.
Yeah, so we're going to finish on, I think, a very appropriate, weird little goofy note. The Ace Ventura Rhino butt birth rhino prop has sold for $59,850, much higher than the original $8,000 estimate.
Wow.
So we're finishing with butts.
That's a big butt, a more expensive butt. Yeah, jeez. Yes.
Not unlike the Disney reboots.
Yeah. Rebuts?
Hey!
Anyways, that's it for this week. Next week we come back with we're watching the Jury Duty Company Retreat. We're watching the new season of For All Mankind, and we're gonna. It's next week. We're gonna see Mario. Oh yeah, Super Mario Galaxy. You're gonna see with our entire crew. Yeah. And they might come around to say what they thought of it. But for now, that's it for this week. It's over. May the force be with you.
Live long and prosper.
Bye.
Bye.